Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I want to tell you a story. It's a story about perspective, because perspective is everything. Perspective is absolutely everything. Perspective is everything. And the lens through which you see the world, the lens of your eyesight, of your experience, of your race, gender, ethnicity, religion, size, power, socioeconomic background, education, gender, sexuality, that perspective shapes the way you see the world, but it also shapes the way the world sees you. When I first started sharing these stories, I would hear from so many people saying things like, "You need to move back. You're too close to me. I don't want to look at your face like that." I mean, people actually said, "I don't want to look at you like that. I like what you have to say, but I don't want to have to look at you." It didn't occur to them that they could just put the phone down and listen. They wanted to tell me what I should do so that they could hear. That's a perspective of power, or perception of power, where they thought they had power over what I did and how I did it. Ironically, what happened was you began to see even more people getting closer to the camera. I did it because I thought I was just talking to 5 people I knew. I didn't know that thousands and then tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands and some days millions of folks would be listening. I was talking to 5 people who I loved, who I desperately wanted to stay here, who were struggling through the pandemic. But that closeness brought me closer to you, closer to those who would listen, closer to those who said, "I need to hear what you have to say." There is one proverb that says, "If you look at anything too closely, it will break your heart." There's another that says, "Kissing was invented by getting so close that you saw no more faults one to another, and all that was left was love." In this country, the United States, and in most parts of the world, we have been race adjacent. We've worked hard enough to get into the same rooms, but we are just race adjacent. Sometimes we're in the same families, in the same marriage, and we are still race adjacent. We don't want to get so close that we see something in ourselves, so close that we recognize our own insecurities, our own failings, our own isms. We don't want to be that close. But that perspective is everything. And the perspective is not me looking at you, it is you looking at me. Because all I am is a mirror into who you are. When you find the need to correct me, put me in my place, tell me what I don't know, when I do this every day and you don't, when I go to your page and all that's there is puppies and flowers, kittens and flowers, and there's no work done to change the dynamic, the shift of power and balance of power in the world, there's nothing there to speak to the issue that you so need to speak against on my page. If the increase of voices echoing truth, love, grace, and mercy doesn't look like you, and it's a problem, the more diversity and the shift in the balance of power becomes a problem to you, then you are the problem. I used to think that Black women were the masters of shade. We're just really good at it. We're colorful. We're humorous. But the masters of shade are those who had a perception of power and realized that when they were in a room of people who didn't look like them, didn't sound like them, didn't come up with the privilege like them, who had to work and claw and scrape and find their way there, were smarter than them. And they feel the need to pick and nab and jab because the power is no longer in their corner. But love doesn't need power. Love is its own power. And this closeness that I offer you is a closeness to receive the love that we all need. You don't have to take it from me. But the love that we all need comes when we change our perspective on those we've thought of as less than, who suddenly prove themselves to be more than you could ever be. I get up too early to be slow. I get up too early to be weak, and I love you too much to leave you. I love you too much to think of myself as better than you. I don't have to do that. You do it for me when you say, who do you think you are? And when you need to dip me at me and take me down. I love you, and that is hard to comprehend when you know you don't like me. I'm too close. Because we've been in the same room acting like it's the same, and some of my friends are, and I got 2 of those and 1 of those and 3 of those, and suddenly you're faced with real love, and it's just too much. I'm just your mirror, showing you the side of life that in another dimension you are, and it's hard to comprehend. It is hard to deal with when they were her property. I'm this close. And the perspective that you have of me, I hope is the one that I have of you. And that's one of beautiful, kind, loving, considerate, capable of being my sister, my brother, my friend, my family, my we. If you can't see it and I'm too close, shift your focus, 'cause I'm going to keep loving you. I love you.